Morning. Hope you guys are having a great day. Had a great week. For me here, it's now Saturday. It is it's a somewhat beautiful morning here in Minnesota. It's like 22 degrees though, so that sucks. So we're a little bundled up today. But hey, it's another day to get back out here and to get working on the car. And I got a feeling that by the end of this video, it won't be looking like this anymore. I'm hoping the goal is to have it essentially all back together, minus my wiring harness. I decided that we were going to convert this car to MS43 while I had it this far apart. And so essentially what MS43 is it's a older model ECU. Now why would we want to do that? The older model ECU, the MS43 stuff, is a lot easier to tune. So it'll allow me to have more flexibility in tuning because the MS45, it doesn't offer you a bunch of stuff, which is what I have. So in order to get the different things, especially like a harder rev limiter, important for drifting, that'll be beneficial for me here. And so I'm in this far, so I made this decision a little late, unfortunately. But all the parts are already ordered. They're all on the way here. So now I gotta wait for those. But, and that means in the meantime, right, I can get all of this stuff fully back together minus the wiring harness. So that way, when that stuff shows up, throw the harness together, and then we got a car, you know? So, yeah, I guess without further ado, I'm gonna make some space here, and we gotta go just start putting things together. Yeah, I don't know, I'm excited. I wanna get this thing back together, so I'm rambling on now, but let's jump into this. So first thing on the agenda, getting this power steering rack back in and together. Whoop. Get that bolt started. Cool. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be a chilly day out here, I gotta say. So that sucks. Because it is cold already. So, yeah. But hey, it's not super oily over here anymore, so that's cool. Alright, rack is back in place. That's the first thing of the day. Good. Alright. So next, I'm gonna go ahead, attach the steering shaft down there, because I gotta put a bolt back in that. And then bolt the sway bar up, and then we're gonna go to the parts shed and see where I want to go from this point forward. Alright, well while I'm doing all that, we're gonna mention this because I think I found an oil leak already, so that's cool. It's hard to tell. I just also cleaned it up, so I think when I went to the parts store the first time, those two copper washers right there, they are a little bit bigger than what came on at OEM, so I think those are what's leaking and not the actual oil filter housing gasket, because I found a little bit of oil on the bottom side of the pan that kind of ran down the side right over in here. So I didn't show it because it was really difficult to show. So that's stoked. It's sick that BMW hasn't even ran yet and it's already leaking oil. It's a great sign.
Hell yes.
So I'm hoping it's just those washers. And then I don't know how the oil goes down. My thought process is, I did fill it with oil already, so I didn't forget. And when I poured the oil in, it just kind of ran over here and somehow into the Vanos line and went to drain down. So I think that's hopefully how it went. So that line was leaking after I filled it, I think. So whatever, I gotta order the right O2 sensors for the MS43 setup from FCP Euro. So when I do that, I guess now I'm gonna order the right crush washers. That's so stupid, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Now, let's go to the parts shed and pick up our next thing of the day. All right. I don't think I've showed this to you guys yet. There was even more parts in here. But this is just kind of where we're at now. So, what did I come in here for? Oh, radiator. Right here, yeah. So we're gonna get the radiator. I think, oops, that's going to be our next step of the day. So let's get a radiator on this car. So, time for last time. You guys will be seeing it like this. Let's cover up the front of the engine now with this. And not spill any of the cool that's still in it. Would be wonderful. Radiator. It's looking like something. It's looking like something. Okay. We've made a little of a step backwards. As you can see, the fan's now out and the expansion tank is still there. What I learned is apparently the bottom bracket for the expansion tank that mounts it to everything, I don't know where it went. I guess it's inevitable. You're going to lose something when you're doing a big project like this over like many weeks, unfortunately. So I guess now I can't finish up the cooling system today either, because now I have to order that. So that also sucks. But whatever, we move on, right? Next thing, we want to get this front end on. So there's this plastic shroud, which Alex, if you watch this, bro, you've been telling me to get rid of this plastic shroud for like ever, and I just keep not getting rid of it. So we're finally gonna do it today. I'll get rid of the damn shroud, and then we'll put the front support on the car. And then I'll give us a lot of structure then, and we could hard mount the radiator. And then we can at least get the lower hose mounted. And yeah, get the lower hose mounted. So I guess let's get this stupid plastic shroud off this thing. Yep. Ta-da, Alex, this is for you, buddy. Let's get this front support on. That's all up there. Alright, I actually went and I realized I never took the AC condenser off of the front of the car. So, well, it's off now, right? Whatever, we got there. Yeah, I mean, everything up here is looking it's all together, you know? It's starting to actually look like it was never fully apart. Yeah, it just sucks that I can't get the coolant system wrapped up because I don't have that, and I'm still waiting on the wiring. Once I get the wiring in, I'll have to connect the fuel line to the intake manifold that goes on, which is 6-8 volts, whatever the hell it is, the line, and then I literally just need wiring. So there's actually not much more to do, which sucks. I don't have the parts because I could get this thing started today. But what I can do is under the car, I can finish up. I gotta put the exhaust on, drive shaft. I think that's it. Oh, and the slave cylinder. So I'll get to it. I'll do those 3 things, and yeah, I'll see if there's really anything else I can even do today. We'll figure this out. As with any good day working on your car, you realize you have lost parts, or not lost, or yeah, hardware, whatever. Lost, missing hardware by the middle of the day. Oh. So, therefore, we go and go to Fleet Farm. And then we're going to get our hardware. Please shut your eyes, do it.
Bluetooth is connected.
I don't want to get back out. This electric door opener better work. Come on, bro. There it goes. If you guys don't know what Fleet Farm is, it's the best thing I've ever found in my life. So, yeah, to the store. All right, pulling into Fleet Farm, the best thing I could have ever hoped for. This place is insane. It's got everything from guns and sporting equipment, car parts. They've got a mechanic shop in here, a lumberyard, hardware store. This place has got it all. So let's grab these bolts we need, and oh my god, did I bring the bolts? I hope I have the bolt. That's awkward. Hope I have it. Let's get in there, let's go what we need. We're back. We've got what we needed. Didn't buy anything else. See, it's a great store because it's got everything you need, but it's a bad store because it has everything you need and then some. And then you get stuck walking around, or you get stuck trying to find things. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna get under the car and finish up getting the exhaust up, and then that'll be the last part for under the car, what needs to be done. I've got bad news. If you guys look down under there, I have the pan, and there's some fluid dripping into it. So I put the slave cylinder into the transmission. Didn't realize, I guess, that it wasn't fully seated. Went up, pushed the clutch pedal in to, I don't know, I wanted to feel it, see how stiff it was. Clutch pedal immediately to the floor. Heard the pop. I was like, oh, that's exciting. Looked under the car, and then there was fluid dripping under the out through the little cutout in the trans, little service area thing. Took the slave cylinder out. Slave cylinder pulled out in 2 pieces. So that means that probably the slave cylinder wasn't in the middle of the fork, I guess, so to speak. And so I kicked the pedal down. The slave overextended, popped out, and now it's a different mess. So now I'm gonna have to add a slave cylinder to the list. This is great. All these things that I could have been doing, parts just now add up. But I guess that's part of building a car, right? Yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna get the exhaust on still, because I can do that. It's one of the last things I can do. So I'll put the exhaust on, and then I kind of want to clean up the wiring in the bay. Maybe I'll do that. Want to be productive, do something. While I was under the car, I managed to get all of the underglow out of it since it doesn't work anymore. Worked great, but I'm too low, and then I scraped and ripped holes in the wire, and the lights, so didn't work. Didn't need to be under there. I am so done being under this car for today. Yeah, I'm done being under this car. I'm going to tidy up real quick because this is gonna bother me if it's this messy. See if there's anything else I could do today. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up after that. We'll see where we're at. All right. So I think this is what we're gonna call it for today. Kind of disappointing. I guess, you know, missing parts and stuff is a part of working on the car, which is why we're still gonna share this. I apologize because I know this is probably a shorter video. So I'm sorry about that, but I figured, because I like posting literally everything about the car, because it's reality, you know, parts are missing, things happen, slave cylinders erupt, explode. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I guess things happen, so it sucks. But whatever, we were going to start the car today anyways, we don't have all the parts. I've got a pretty busy schedule coming up the next 2-3 weeks, so don't know how much time I'm actually going to get to work on this, unfortunately. But theoretically then, I have some videos saved up, so this will just end up being another weekly update. And I should have all the parts by the time this video actually goes live. So by the time then this video actually goes live, I should have all the parts. And then I should be able to put the car back together, which is great. So, cross your fingers, everything goes well, that the next video you see, this thing should be going back together, theoretically. Yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. I'm sorry again, it was a little bit short of a video, but it is what it is. I guess it's all a part of building the car. So, hope you guys had a good one. Enjoyed this video and have a good one. I'll catch you guys next time.